These are all the books I read this year. This is my Goodreads account. I read 62 books this year. Ina Garten wrote a memoir called Be Ready When the Luck Happens, and it's a really nice, uplifting book. She shows her kindness and compassion and how she came up the ranks and ended up writing all of these cookbooks and having a hit show. But it also goes through her childhood and her marriage. And it also talks a lot about Paris and her apartment there. So that was a really fun read to get to know her a bit better. Stanley Tucci also wrote a memoir called What I Ate in 1 Year. Also a lot of food in this book, which I love. And he also spends a lot of time in Italy, so he talks a lot about the food he eats there, which was really fun. Sharon McMahon wrote The Small and the Mighty. It's a history book that takes you through the lives of 12 unsung heroes in American history that really make a huge change in the history of America. And it just talks through how any one of us can simply just do the next right thing and also make great changes in America. Kevin Kwan wrote Lies and Weddings. This is a really fun book about friends. It turns into a romance. And he also wrote Crazy Rich Asians. So if you're familiar with that, this is in the same vein, just a really fun read. Ariel Lawton wrote The Frozen River, and this is probably my single favorite book of the year. It's a historical fiction, which is what I tend to gravitate towards the most, but it's based on the accounts of a true story of a real woman who lived in colonial America in the 1700s and was one of the first known physicians. She was a midwife, and it goes through the journal that she kept, but they also intertwine it with a murder that happens in town. So it's a little bit juicy in that way as well. The Berry Pickers by Amanda Peters, also a historical fiction that looks at a native 4-year-old girl goes missing in Maine, where her family comes down from Canada every summer to pick berries. And it just goes through the entire lifespan of the family and what they go through after she goes missing. And Remarkably Bright Creatures. This is one of the big hits of this past year. Is one of the most popular books. It's about an octopus, and the octopus makes friends with a cleaning person in their aquarium. So that was also just a fun book, and it had some good advice in there as well.